stop being so worried about what other people think of you and start focusing on yourself. Hey guys, I'm Ladette. Welcome to my self-love channel. Today, I'm keeping it simple and sharing my biggest tip for letting go of what other people think of you. I used to care so much about what other people thought of me to the point where I was out there literally buying other people's validation, and that is an absolute no. So if you're someone who's out there chasing for people's love, chasing for attention, chasing acceptance, and literally bending over backwards to get people to like you, then today's video is for you. So what is my biggest tip? It's simple and you don't have to overcomplicate it, and it's to date yourself. And before you go clicking out of the video because it sounds too simple, I want you to just stay for a second. Dating yourself probably sounds like it's too good to be true, that there's no way this is the solution to stopping caring what other people think, but I'm telling you guys, you don't need a long list of tips, and this one is enough if you commit to it. When you start dating yourself, honestly, something magical happens, because it's in the action of loving yourself that you start to build your confidence. You start to really enjoy your own company. You start to do things by yourself. You start to validate yourself. You start to validate your feelings, and then you start to realize that, wait, I am enough. Like, my feelings are enough and I am enough. Dating yourself is so transformational because it helps you to learn how to love yourself. And the more that you pour into yourself, the less that you care what people think about you. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 reasons why dating yourself actually works. So if you're over here like, I'm still not convinced about what Ladette is saying, listen up. When you start to build a relationship with yourself, the first thing that happens is you start to build your inner validation. You know, when you start doing the solo dates, when you start taking yourself certain places and you're having these experiences, you realize, wow, I'm good enough to like go and do this thing without the need of having a partner go with me or a friend go with me, or without the need of their input in any way, shape, or form. And I'll give an example. I used to be so afraid of taking trips by myself, and I would constantly try to go with friends. I would try to go with men I was in relationships with, like, let's go book a trip, let's go have this experience, let's go live our life. And I would find myself in instances where people wouldn't want to go. Like, they would tell me like they're down to go. My friends would say, yeah, let's go, let's book the tickets. But then when the time would roll around, crickets, like nobody would want to go. And so eventually I said fuck it, and I started taking trips by myself. And what that taught me was that I don't need other people to want to go on trips with me, whether it's a man in my life or my friends. I don't need others' approval on the location. I don't need other people's approval on the dates and the times. I don't need other people's opinion or input when it comes to traveling and experiencing life, because I can give that to myself. And so whether it's the coffee date or whether it's any experience that you want to have, go and have that, because once you start creating those experiences for yourself, you build that inner validation and that voice that tells you like, I'm good enough to do this. I'm courageous enough. I'm worthy enough. Like, I don't have to depend on other people to show up for me or to do anything for me, because either way, I'm gonna live my life. And that is what dating yourself does for you. Which leads me into the second thing that happens. When you start dating yourself, you build your confidence. Like, your confidence is gonna shoot through the roof. And I want you to just be prepared for that. Because when you start doing things alone, even just working on yourself, like, forget about going on solo dates, even when you just start nurturing yourself and pouring love into yourself and healing some of those childhood wounds, you build your confidence as a result. Because when we can sit there and do something that makes us really uncomfortable, whether that's going somewhere alone or tackling some of our unprocessed, unhealed childhood wounds, as a result of getting through that discomfort, you naturally boost your confidence, because you're an even better version of yourself for being able to get through that and having the courage to get through that. So like, when I took my first solo trip, for example, I was terrified. Like, I honestly was really scared because it was something I've never done before. I'm a woman. I was in a place like by myself, no friends, no boyfriend, no nothing, like, and just that does add a little bit of like that pressure and that fear. But I was like, you know what? I want to take this solo trip, and even if I have no one to go with me, I'm gonna go and experience it, and I'm gonna go live my life. And y'all, after that first trip, my God, like, you can't stop me now. Like, after that first trip, because I built my confidence, and after I saw that I could do it once, I knew I could do it again. And now I love taking trips by myself, and it's not something I'm afraid to do anymore. And in fact, I get excited more than anything when I book that ticket to go and take that trip. Okay, and the third thing that happens when you start dating yourself, which I absolutely love, is that you learn to prioritize your happiness. Dating yourself and building a relationship with yourself helps you focus on the things that you enjoy joy, the things that make you happy, the things that give you so much meaning. When you put your energy into making yourself happy, other people's opinions naturally starts to lose its impact and its value. And you stop molding yourself to fit other people's expectations. And I love this because the more you love yourself and nurture yourself and allow yourself to experience the life you want to experience, it ends up becoming like so sacred to you, and you won't let anyone get in the way of that. And I just think that that's so beautiful, because life's about the experiences that you want to have and not the experiences that other people want you to have. So instead of worrying about if someone approves your hobbies or your interests, you're gonna naturally start focusing on enjoying the activities that bring you peace and joy. So to just recap the points that I just made, when you start dating yourself, you start to build your inner validation, you strengthen your confidence, and you learn how to prioritize your own happiness. So I hope that those 3 reasons are an incentive enough for you to build a relationship with yourself. And if you're wondering, okay, Ladette, what do I need to do? Like, what is my first step? Then I got you, because I have a homework assignment, which is to plan a solo date. Okay, plan a solo date for yourself this week, next week, this month, whatever. And pick something that you normally wouldn't do. So maybe you go to the movies alone, or you grab dinner, or you take a weekend trip or a day trip if you can. But go and have that experience, and bring your journal with you so you can write about how it went and how you're feeling and what's happening, what you're experiencing in that moment. Maybe you feel super uncomfortable, and that's okay. That's something that you can journal about, because it is uncomfortable, it is awkward, it is weird when you go and do things by yourself, but it's in that discomfort where there's growth. So don't be discouraged or fearful of that uncomfortability. That's only an emotion. You just got to get through it. And if you keep doing this consistently, I promise you're going to care less and less what other people think of you. And then the other homework assignment is to join my Patreon. I have a free membership there where I'll have a worksheet for today's video. It has 20 different solo date ideas to kind of inspire you on things that you can do. And I also have journaling prompts on there as well. And if you're interested in joining, I'll have the link for you in the description. If you enjoyed this video, then I know you'll love my video where I talk a little bit more about solo date ideas. I'll have that here and also in the description. Thanks for sticking around. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!